Now, back to Petsburgh USA.
If you've been thinking about getting a wolf hybrid, before you rush out, there are some things you really need to consider. Most importantly, few individuals have the resources that are required to allow these animals to be kept humanely, keep them happy and safe. To discuss wolf hybrids, please welcome behaviorist Macie Logan, along with George and his amazing dog, Lakota. Lakota! Look how beautiful she is. She is fantastic. Well, you know, we know what the wolf means and a hybrid, but kind of tell us exactly when it comes to a dog.
What a wolf hybrid is it just means it's a dog mixed with a wolf, and then it kind of varies on percentages, and they can be mixed with almost anything, and that's one of the problems is you really don't know what you're getting.
So mixed with, for instance?
A Rottweiler. The most common ones, of course, are Malamutes and Huskies,
right.
But we've seen them like with German Shepherds and Rottweilers and Pit Bulls and Chows. And
well, when you discuss those kind of dogs, those are very aggressive dogs.
Right.
So what would be the difference in, let's say, a Pit Bull's behavior and then a wolf hybrid Pit Bull?
The difference is now you have the wild instinct, so where a pit bull raised properly necessarily isn't going to get in trouble, but
right.
whenever you add the wild instinct, then you have more of a predatory instinct, so they're more likely to be more aggressive, more destructive. It's just they're more unsocial, so you're just asking for trouble, in my opinion.
Well, are wolves social animals?
They're really not. They're social within their pack, but they don't have a desire to necessarily be social with people. They're naturally afraid of people.
Okay, so let's say you had a wolf hybrid, and if you had other dogs in your home, would he get social with them, or might he isolate himself with the other dogs?
It varies, because I've worked with a lot of them, and I've seen wolf hybrids that do well with other dogs, but I've also, with the higher percentage ones, they have a very low tolerance for other dogs.
Is there a real domination problem then?
Absolutely.
And George is nodding with that. So you're severely dominant. Is that the problem? Okay, no. Talk about because Lakota is beautiful, and she's a hybrid mixed with Malamute, is she?
Yes.
Yeah,
right,
she looks
right.
like that. Because I, growing up in Arizona, had a Malamute, Alaskan wolf mix. It was just beautiful. So why did you decide to get a hybrid?
Well, I wasn't looking for one, but I was going to school at the time, and one of my classmates offered me he had a litter, and he offered me one of them, and I took her.
A cute little furry puppy.
Oh,
and she
yeah.
grew up to this.
Yes, yes.
Was that surprising?
That wasn't as surprising as the behavioral problems I was having.
Like what? Give me a day in the life with you and Lakota.
Where do I start? She's very good. She's well behaved. It's just that there are things that I encounter every day. She did well, for instance, in social situations. But as she
Right.
got older, she's becoming less social.
Now, is that typical with the behavior of a wolf then?
Absolutely.
Why? Tell me what happens.
The older they get, they're real territorial animals, and they can actually be in an enclosure, for instance, in your backyard, and just a bird flying over spooks them. So the older they get, the more territorial they are, the less they want to leave.
Well, then, with this in considerations, would you either one of you can answer this? Would these make good pets? Would you recommend them for pets?
No.
No.
No. I mean, so are you are not going to breed, obviously, Lakota?
No, she's fixed.
So because you just think also around children. How is Lakota around kids?
Well, she does well around children and other dogs and people, but part of that was socializing her as a puppy, getting her out in those situations. If I hadn't done that, she would not be comfortable in this situation right now.
Yeah, because she does seem pretty calm, but she's curious. What situations would her instincts kick in? Maybe if she was in a city situation, she got frightened by something, something instinctual might kick in and she might hurt someone aggressively?
She could hurt someone, but also, too, which George experienced, they almost go into shock when they get spooked, and they'll run and run and run for miles.
Well, she had an experience with a skateboarder.
What happened?
Where he fell on her, and he didn't really injure her, but it was more of an emotional thing. It took her 3 days to get over it.
Really?
And she became very lethargic and everything. And then about a month later, she encountered that same person, and she ran away.
See, and that's a misconception, I think, too, about wolves. I mean, they are very afraid of human beings, aren't they?
Very afraid.
And so the difference is dogs aren't at all and can be aggressive. Yeah. So legally, what's the basic requirements, briefly?
It really varies from state to state. In some states, they're actually banned. You can't have wolf hybrids at all. In Florida, they really have to be under 75% in order to own them without a fish and game license.
Under 75% wolf, right?
Yeah. And if they're over 75%, you're supposed to have a special enclosure and also a fish and game license in order to have one.
Has she been pretty destructive in your house quickly?
No, not as a puppy. There were things I had to be aware of. Now she was crate trained, and I would highly recommend that with any dog. But that was a tremendous help. In fact, she still sleeps in her crate. It's like her little den. did a lot of digging in the backyard, but they are dead animals.
But animals,
like
will, dogs will do that. I think the bottom line is, what would you guys say? We should just get a Chihuahua. And just, the Lakota's beautiful, but thank you so very much. Lakota, we love you, okay? When we come back, we'll look into Petsburgh's viewer mailbag, so stay tuned.